Researchers put a brain scanner on people while they used ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini. And what they found is something every single person watching this needs to hear. 83% of them could not remember a single sentence they had just written. Their own words, gone. And when they looked at the brain scans, the ChatGPT group's brains had gone quiet. Less activity, less connection, like someone dimmed the lights. But that's not even the scary part. There's a much bigger effect happening right now. And it's happening to all of us. And almost nobody is talking about it. So, quick context about me. I studied AI at the university before ChatGPT existed. The day it launched, I started using it every single day since. 3 years straight. I use AI to build apps, run my entire business, and create content like this. So here's what I found and what I changed. Here is the full experiment. Researchers at MIT took students and split them up into 3 different groups. Group 1 writes an essay using only their brain. Group 2 gets Google. And Group 3 gets ChatGPT. And while they worked, an EEG tracked their brain activity in real time. The results were not even close. The brain-only group, high neural connectivity. Brains firing, making connections, doing exactly what brains are supposed to do. The Google group, slightly less but still active. Still thinking and still deciding what mattered. But the ChatGPT group, their brains went quiet. Significantly lower connectivity. Not broken, not damaged, just not working very hard. Like the brain realized someone else was doing the heavy lifting and decided to take a break. And it showed in the work. The AI essays were technically solid. Good grammar, clear structure, but evaluators kept using the same word. So it became hollow, soulless. Different students, different topics, but the essays, they were remarkably similar. And you should remember that because it becomes important later on in this video. Now, there was actually a 4th group in the study. And what happened to their brains was the complete opposite. And I will come back to them. Because this isn't just about ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini. This is a pattern. In the 2000s, neuroscientists studied London taxi drivers. These drivers spent years memorizing every street, every shortcut and every back alley in one of the most complex cities in the world. When they scanned their brains, the region responsible for spatial memory was physically larger than average. The brain had literally grown to handle the task. Then some of these drivers switched to GPS. And that gray matter, it shrank. Not metaphorically, physically. The brain said, we're not using this anymore, we don't need it. A paper in The Lancet found that doctors who used AI diagnostic tools for just 4 months had a weaker ability to spot cancer on their own. 4 months by outsourcing their eyes to a tool. They lost a visual skill that saves lives. So GPS shrinks your navigation brain and AI diagnostics weakens your medical eye. But those were specific skills, narrow tools affecting narrow abilities. But what happens when the tool isn't narrow? What happens when it can do everything? This is actually the part that nobody is talking about. And this is what changed how I think about AI. Researchers took 300 people and had them write stories. Some used AI assistants and some didn't. The AI assisted stories were significantly more similar to each other. They were all different people with different ideas, but the same output. They even tried to fix it. They gave writers 10 completely different AI personas. For example, a Latin American magic realist, a dystopian sci-fi writer, totally different styles. And the diversity improved. But that diversity only came from the human designed personas. So within each persona, the AI still produced echoes of itself. So why does this happen? Think of it like this. Every thought you have is like a rolling dice to pick the next word. And AI rolls weighted dice, heavily weighted towards what billions of people have already said. That's why it sounds smart. It's picking the statistically most likely words. But it means everyone using AI ends up in the same neighborhood of ideas. Now, your brain also rolls weighted dice, but yours are weighted by your life, your experiences, and your weird obsessions. The thing that happened to you when you were 15 that nobody else went through. And the weight of your dices change every single day. Every new conversation, every new experience shifts those dice. That's why you will wander into thoughts no one ever had. And the AI literally cannot reach them. They're unique to your experience. And this is exactly why when you ask ChatGPT, Claude or Gemini to write you a LinkedIn post, plan a birthday party, or build an app, the results feel fine. I mean, it's cool. But compare it to 100 other people who ask the same thing. They're all completely the same. And here is what that means at scale. If 1 million people use AI to think every day, our collective thinking starts to narrow. We all drift towards the same center, the same ideas, the same words, the same fine. I mean, it all looks like each other and it's okay. That is exactly the part that should concern you more than any brain scan. Okay, the fourth group. Remember the MIT study. 3 groups: brain only, Google, and ChatGPT. The ChatGPT group's brain went quiet, but the researchers tested one more condition. Group 4 got ChatGPT, the same tool, same access, but with one rule. They outlined their ideas before ever opened ChatGPT, wrote down their argument, mapped their thinking. Messy, imperfect, it didn't matter. They just had to go first. And their brain connectivity wasn't just equal to the brain-only group, it was higher. The AI actually enhanced their thinking, but only because they did the hard part first. The entire difference between your brain dimming and your brain lighting up came down to one thing. Who went first, you or the AI? So I am not telling you to stop using AI. I built my entire business upon it. 3 years, every single day, and I'm not slowing down. But I changed how I use it. 1. Think before you prompt. Before I opened ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Lovable, I spent even just 2 minutes writing down what I actually think. My rough idea, my messy first take. That struggle where you're staring at a blank page, trying to figure out what you even think, that is the work. That's what activates your brain. If you skip this, you get the dimmed brain. And if you do it, you get your enhanced brain. So rule number 2. Ask rare questions, not common ones. If you're asking something a million people have already asked, you're going to get a 1,000,000-person average answer. But if you ask something more specific to your situation, a connection only you could make, that's completely different. Don't ask, how do I grow on YouTube? Ask, I make AI tutorials for entrepreneurs and my last 3 videos were viral and they were controversial takes. What pattern am I building that I should double down on? The one is a GPS and the other one is you navigating with the GPS. Rule 3. Notice the sameness. Every time you use AI and the result feels fine, that's your signal. Fine means you're in the same neighborhood as everyone else. That's your cue to push it further with your specific thinking. The thing only you would say. Fine is a starting point, never the destination. So in a world where AI can answer anything, the only thing that actually matters is whether you can ask something worth answering. The cost of answering is collapsing to 0, which means the value of your question, your specific weird experience-driven question, becomes everything. So go first, let your brain do the hard part, and then let AI do the rest. Thank you for watching my complete video. I hope you learned anything from it. If so, make sure to like and subscribe, and then we'll see each other in my next video.